crazy hair, don't care, but I do. Hey guys, it's B, and I just wanted to share my June wrap up with you. For the month of June, I read 8 books, 4 physical books, 3 audiobooks, and 1 graphic novel. So the first book finished in June was Survivor by Chuck Palahniuk. He is probably most known for Fight Club, and actually Fight Club 2, which just came out this week. It's the story of a man that was born into a death cult. The family or the cult, they all end up committing suicide. He is the last surviving member. He has hijacked a plane, and it's just him telling his story to the black box before he runs out of fuel. So it goes way back to the beginning and follows his whole coming of age tale, the crazy ride that he's been on with the cult, after the cult, a rise to fame, the consequences of obtaining so much fame, and just where he is at now, how he got there, and just sharing his story, like I said, before the plane crashes into the earth. As far as the author and his writing style, just so super detailed. The world building was good, character development was great. Just the amount of research that this guy put into all the little details that were sprinkled throughout the book. Very interesting, so I recommend that one. I gave it 3.5 stars. Next, I finished Hidden Bodies, which is You number 2 by Carolyn Kepnes. If you guys follow me, you know that You was one of my top 2 reads last year. Absolutely love that book. So I received an advanced reader copy. For some reason, the author changed the second person narrative. And just in doing so, it just lost some of its creepiness. The story wasn't as eerie. It lost some of its magical evilness. Joe, he's creepy, but he's not as creepy as he was before, which is why you freaking love and root for the crazy guy. I want my old Joe back. Next, I listened to the audiobook for Rosemary, the hidden Kennedy daughter. I didn't know that much about her. A little tiny bit. I knew that there was a sibling that they kind of hid away. It's the story of Rosemary Kennedy, who is mentally challenged, and just basically the lengths that the family goes through to hide from society that they have a daughter that's less than perfect. And oh my god, the things that they go through and what this girl endured during her life, this woman. It's really heartbreaking, but it's a very good story. Sad that it's true. I gave it 4 stars. So finally, you guys, if you've been following me, you know how long I've been trying to polish my hoe. This hoe was difficult for me. I've been trying to read this since, was it the beginning of May? I think the beginning of May.
Many months later.
I have finally finished it. I have polished my hoe. I have dented my hoe. The hoe is done. And after all the struggle and the fight, these hoes ain't loyal. So I gave it 2 stars. 2 stars, you guys. I held out hope until the end. Until the very end, because you guys know I can't DNF a book. Book OCD me, whatever. But just, there's so much story. It's about a woman, I forget which Caribbean island they're on. It's my brain's blocked out a traumatic experience. So it's about a woman in the island of Barbados. This is way back in the day. She calls the police station, whatever, to confess a crime, a murder that supposedly she's committed. And it tells the story of her confession and her life within 24 hours. So I thought it'd be very interesting and fast paced, a lot of bam action happening, but no. So I waited through all of this book, and I would say the story came in the last couple of chapters, and you find out what happens literally at the very end. And that's all great and dandy, and it can work, but in my opinion it didn't in this case. It was just too drawn out. It's the book needed to be edited several times because it was just repetitive, same stories, just moving in circles slowly rolling towards the finish. The next audiobook I listened to was Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. I liked it. I really, really, really liked it. The story is about 16-year-old Simon, who is gay, but he has not come out yet. He befriends a stranger on a Tumblr website who also happens to be gay and isn't out yet either, and they form a friendship. They never meet. It's all correspondence through emails, and we just watch his coming of age story. We watch their friendship grow. It's super cool. I gave it 4 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think a little bit was lost with reading the audiobook because it was very cool that the author shows the relationship through email. And so I think I would have had more of a connection if I could have actually read it in email form. That would have been super cool, but I totally recommend it. Cute little story. You guys know how long I've been excited about this, how long I've been talking about The Girls by Emma Cline. And I was lucky enough to win an advanced reader copy from Goodreads. So thank you, Goodreads. Thank you, Random House. But you guys, after all of that and all of the hype, because I'm sure the majority of you watching this have seen some kind of blurb about this book everywhere. Like seriously, the ad machine behind this book is friggin' bananas. Crazy. And good for that. And it seems a lot of people are enjoying it. I just happen to not be one of those people. I gave this one 3 stars, you guys. Very slow. Very uneventful. Don't base something on Manson murders and like another one, like wait until the very end of the book to like kind of hint at what happens. Because even waiting till the end, and it wasn't even a lot of, let me get it together. I'm sorry. Let me get it
A few moments later.
It's so weird. I'm so conflicted because I don't have a problem with the writing style. The author did a good job with the character development. I just didn't have a connection to anyone in this book. It took forever for barely anything to happen. So from the beginning to the middle, oh, still keep hope alive. Like, just keep hope alive. Nothing. So it's about a girl named Evie and just, I don't know, basically kind of teenage angsty to me. Like, I don't even think this is YA, and like it should have been, but it's just about her struggles with feeling alone and not having friends and true connection with anyone. Like, I didn't have a true connection with anyone in this friggin' book, but whatever. So she falls in with a group of girls. Turns out they're part of like a cult. I think, what is up with cultish friggin' June, you guys? First Survivor, and then this one. Weird. Fast forward through most of the book, things start to get worse with this group. Come of age, how she deals with it. I don't know. I think part of the reason is I've never been a follower or fans of people that are sheep, and the main character in this book is the epitome of that to me, so maybe that's why I didn't have a connection. But other than that, there's just really not a lot of, I don't know, a lot of anything. If you read this, please let me know what you guys think in the comments, because like I said, I don't have a problem with the author's writing style, but it just totally fell flat for me. Next book I read was Homegoing by Yasi. I was super excited about this new release. The story follows the lineage of both sides of the family. So there's a family that actually stays in Africa, and then it tells the story of the family that was brought over to America, for lack of like keeping this PC. So we gonna keep it PC. Okay, so the family that was brought over to America, and it just follows the lineage like through all those hundreds of years, the parallels of the family, and just like the different struggles that they go through and how everything interconnects. Super cool concept. Like, loved it. Had no problem with the writing style. Was digging it, was on fire, was loving this book up to like the 60-65% point, and then it just lost me. It just started to like lull. Oh my god. I tried to come back at the end of the last few chapters, but it wasn't enough to save it for me. I ended up giving it 3 stars. So the concept was cool. I liked the writing style. The story building was good. The character development was okay. And in the cases that it was really, really good, the story would end and it would go on to the next chapter being a new family member. So, I don't know, there weren't enough interesting characters to have a super, super strong connection with. And then when someone did come along that you wanted to know more about, their story was over too soon. No, this is another one that is all over everything right now. If you guys are reading it or have read it, please let me know what you think in the comments. I'm very curious. I was lucky enough to buddy read this with 2 of my friends on Bookstagram, and we all kind of had like the same thought generally, so that was very interesting. So I'd like to know what you guys think too, if you're reading this or if you're gonna read it or whatever. The big finish was Saga Volume 3, and I have nothing bad to say about Saga. You guys know I love it. I am still enjoying the story. I need to get my hands on 4 and 5 because 6 comes out later this month, and I'm super excited because it's still good. It's still interesting. It's beautiful. The art is beautiful. And why is it that the graphic novel has, which is way shorter than all these books, has a better storyline than the majority of what I read this month? Can somebody explain to me, please? Please. The storyline of Saga is basically there's intergalactic warfare going on, an interspecies couple, and they are on the run from the powers that be in the universe. So it's just their struggle of being in love and trying to stay together, raise a family, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm excited to find out. But this is very popular. I'm sure you guys have seen this around like forever and heard so much about it, and believe the hype. So good. I gave it 4 stars. Really good. Excited to keep going with this one. So these are the physical copies that I have. 5 of the 8 books that I read in June. Yay, I'm out of my slump. It's been so long since I have read that much, and I am super stoked, and I hope to keep the roll going. I did good in June. How did you guys do? What's going on? Are you guys more lax in your reading goals and plans during summer? I think I might have to do that to just help me make it through and keep the momentum going. But what you guys read in June? How many books did you read? What did you read? What was your favorite? I want to know everything, please. Let me know below. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Snapchat, you guys, because I have been snapping my life away on the Snapchats. And if you guys are on Snapchat, please let me know below because I'm looking for more bookish people to follow. Thank you so much for watching this video that actually had books to talk about because I actually read some freaking books this last month. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, please. And if you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel so you guys can be notified when my next video comes out. So, happy reading. I cannot believe it is July 1st. Friggin' crazy. Like, June went like that. So, shout out about your summer reading, guys. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.